Shout out to the St. Lucie County Sheriff. Hi guys.
This is pretty much been explained.
Jonathan Bailey. Yeah, I saw this video that went pretty viral where they are arresting someone, and I think this is great. If I was the one being arrested, I probably would disagree, but be that as it may, check it out.
Hey, what's your name? Yeah, I'm St. Lucie County Sheriff Keith Pearson. Franklin Sanders and his juvenile companion thought they were going to come through St. Lucie County with the stolen vehicle with the Broward Task Force on their tail. Ain't happening. Although this is an M5 and it's super fast, we got the Scat Pack out. Hey, what'd you think? Good? Yeah, no comment. But anyways, let me show you what we have going with the Scat. The Scat Pack took them down. We want to say shout out to the Broward County Sheriff's Office, Osceola County Sheriff's Office, Indian River County Sheriff's Office for making sure we put this bad guy behind bars where he belongs.
So yeah, I hope you enjoyed that video. I just think that's pretty cool, and I think that's a good tool that law enforcement can really start to use. I mean, people are probably thinking, oh, that should be illegal, you know, freedom of speech, man. It really, the freedom to video, you video cops everything they do, so why can't they do the same, you know, and they should. Cops that don't use video, don't use body cams, I'm sure it's tough, but I think they should. Supreme Court case that I want to discuss. The Supreme Court heard arguments on February 26th, 2025 to address whether a heightened burden of proof for majority group plaintiffs in discrimination cases is appropriate. So what happened in this case, and this is from Ohio, a Marleanne Ames from the Ohio Department of Youth Services is suing for discrimination based on her being straight. Yes, that is correct. Her being heterosexual, which puts her in the majority group, which is what this case is talking about, is suing because she believes she was demoted and members of the LGBT plus divided by minus integrated quotient group was put ahead of her for meritless reasons. People that were underqualified were essentially given her job and promoted against her because they were gay, member of the LGBT community, identified as a church mouse, I don't know. But that's why they were promoted. And based on the arguments, which I did not listen to myself, I'm going off news articles, that the judge's skepticism seemed to indicate that Ames may be winning this case, which would allow, essentially to dumb it down, essentially would allow white straight people to be able to sue just as easily and have the same burden of proof as a member of the LGBT community, which frankly it should be correct. I mean, are white straight people even the majority anymore? I don't know. Please, somebody comment and tell me. It sure doesn't feel that way. I feel like I receive more hate than anything for being a white straight male. So in that case, I just identify as a female during the day whenever they come at me. Or let's be quite honest, and I may get a lot of hate, may get a lot of flack for this, but I do not think being gay or being in a homosexual relationship, I don't think that should put you in a class, because you can choose that. Yes, this is where people are going to disagree with me. I don't think people are born gay. I think homosexuality is an act. Bisexuality is an act. It is an act that anyone can choose at any given time to participate in. And there's so many people that I've known personally, as well as I know they exist, that were allegedly gay at one time and then are no longer gay, so it is an act. If someone was born gay, there's no gauging. There's no, now your skin color, your race, that is something you are born with. So there's no reason why being a member of the LGBTQ class, especially nowadays when anyone can say they're gay at any given time or say that they're identify as a member of a different gender or identify as anything for that matter, should be a part of discrimination. Because I mean, people are going to have to step up who disagree with us and start claiming discrimination because I identified as a toaster. That puts you in this class, apparently. But yeah, that's my little rant there. And if you disagree, be respectful about it and tell me why. And maybe you could convince me otherwise. But no, I do not think people are born with, I think people are born with certain proclivities and are more likely to be gay, or more likely, just like I don't think men can be women. I think men can be more feminine men and women can be more masculine women. But no, men and women are not the same and cannot be the same simply by wishing so. Meritocracy. Regarding this case and discrimination, what should happen, right? Should someone be promoted because they're white and straight? No. Meritocracy should rule the day. What is meritocracy? That is based on merit. And that's something that President Trump is bringing back and trying to enforce and trying to nail down into every edge of the government that he can, and in the private sector. And you're starting to see its effect start to take. The DEI initiative and promoting equality through the guise of, oh, you must promote this person because they're from an underrepresented class, so they must be promoted regardless of their qualifications. That is the quickest, easiest way to ruin a company, a business, a country. Good Lord. Whoever the best person is for the job should have the job, regardless of their race, regardless of who they sleep with, regardless of what they identify as. We don't need to get into if they identify a certain way, they might have a mental disorder. But hey, liberals and the left think that conservatives have a mental disorder because they're conservative. So hey, if we're going to play that game, we can play that game. All right, feel good clip of the week. We should probably do you like good news first or bad news first? I say we do an annoying clip of the week first. So let's do the annoying clip of the week. Give this a listen.
Okay, guys, this is crazy. They're literally telling them what to say. First, there were 3.
Bring prices down starting on day 1.
That ain't true. That's what you just heard. Since day one.
Oh my gosh. And then there were 5.
Inflation is getting worse. Prices of groceries. Yeah.
And then there were 22. Oh my gosh, these people don't have an original thought in their heads. Somebody gave them talking points and said, here, please tape this. And they did. But they got caught.
That is why Kamala Harris lost the election, because of the scripted bullcrap that the Democrats have been doing and they're masters of this. They are all, one thing you can say that's good about the left and the Democrats is they are always aligned. They're always on the same page, but they're always strangely being controlled by someone. Obviously, who gave them this script? They had to send out like a little group email, like, hey, at this time, you see what President Trump said in his speech? Okay, we're gonna come on and we're gonna say this and see script, and here's 20 grand for saying this. Oh, Kamala Harris and her $1 billion that she received for her election, and a lot of people are pissed off about it and they want their money back because of this scripted BS. And yeah, Trump may not be the most presidential in some things that he says, but good Lord, at least the man isn't on a teleprompter or script at all times and says what he's actually thinking and tries to actually be transparent and speak the truth. Yeah, that clip kind of speaks for itself. So I'm moving on. Feel good clip of the week. I like this clip, and no, it's not really political. It's just kind of wanted to give a little show of it and comment on it. So watch it. So what you'll see in this video is just funny. A dad kicking the absolute bejesus out of the ball for his, I don't know, I'm guessing he's like 5-6-year-old to try to catch it. He was wearing a helmet, and it just smashes him right on the helmet. And of course, yeah, the kid's probably not going to catch the ball. But I want to encourage, and I think this is so important nowadays for especially as fathers with sons, to get out and play with our kids and do dangerous things carefully, right? Yeah, the kid's probably not going to catch the ball and he might get smashed in the head, but he's wearing a helmet, so I mean, at least he's protecting against brain damage, most likely. Yeah, the ball could still smash his face, but you can't put your kids in a bubble. People need to get out and remember to play with your kids, play rough with them. Accidents can happen. Don't be stupid and let your kids, climb a 20-foot ladder when they're 2 years old, but let your kids do dangerous things carefully. And that's how they learn, and that's how they build confidence. And it's just so important. And get them off the freaking screens. So anyways, final thoughts. I just want to give a little bit of confidence out to anyone out there. If you are stressed about the economy, politics, kids, family, you are not alone. Just remember that God loves you. Jesus Christ is the Lord and Savior, and He's there for you. And in the grand scheme of things, politics, state of the economy, everything aside, it's all really meaningless at the end of the day. We're all just a blip in existence. So thinking of it that way and putting God first is really the best way to keep a sane, rational, happy mind out there. And second of all, life is still really good in the United States of America and worldwide compared to just a century ago, right? The poorest in the United States of America still live like kings compared to centuries ago, and still live like kings compared to some countries. So be grateful. It's so easy to get so upset with what's going on in politics sometimes, but I enjoy it, and I just remember at the end of the day when I started to get a little heated about things, life is great compared to what it used to be, and unless we make some changes, we might have to go through some dark times again just to get back to a place that we're at. But thank you to the generations that fought so hard to get us to this point. But we're now at a point, I think, in history where life has gotten so good that we are just kind of making up problems at this point to argue and fight about. And that's why we have issues like transgenderism, and people are just not happy, and mental disorders are the biggest issues that we have because life's good. There's not any major war that we are fighting in this country right now. And I hope that can give you some solace and some happiness as you leave this show today. So if you enjoyed the show, please, like I said, give us a like, subscribe, and just help spread the word. Help us get some sponsors and help us to continue to do this on a regular basis. So again, this is the Daily Law Podcast. Hope you enjoyed it. Thanks. Stay informed and get the latest legal tips, news, and insights. Don't forget to like, follow, and subscribe to all our pages. Make sure you hit that notification bell so you get updated anytime we upload a new podcast. Come get your dose of excellence on a daily basis.